Hello everyone, and today we're back into another top 5 video. And we're going to be talking about the top 5 Health Amulet Loomians in all of Loomian Legacy. So these are the Loomians that are able to fully utilize Health Amulet the most. So with that out of the way, let's head right onto our top 5 list. So number 5 onto this list might actually be a shocker because it's actually going to be Dorgo. And there is one reason why Dorgo is in this top 5. It's because of the Health Amulet, Scapegoat, and Dodge set. This might be the most evil set in all of Loomian Legacy, just because with Poison Barbs, you can place Dodge, Scapegoat, Dodge, and you can just stall for the entire match while they die to poison. Even better, you have Draco Beam, which can give you 3+2s, which makes Dorgo insanely overpowered. Even if you have a poison type to get rid of Poison Barbs, if Dorgo sets up too much, it's going to defeat your toxic type. So, yeah, Dorgo is extremely dangerous. And those usually run Health Amulets. And with Health Amulet, Dorgo doesn't die. It can spam as many scapegoats as it wants. It can dodge as many times as it wants. And its health will just go back up. That's why Dorgo is number 5 on this list. There are other Loomians that can be utilized better with Health Amulet. Like, you can use the Tank Mutagon. You can use Nevermare with it. And honestly, there's a lot of tanky Loomians you can put number 5. But I decided to go with Dorgo just because of how evil this set is. I mean, this set can absolutely destroy you if used correctly. But yeah, the reason why Dorgo is number 5 is because it has almost no bulk. And any other Dorgo set would not run Health Amulet. So that's why Dorgo is only number 5 and not higher on the list. Number 4 onto the list is actually going to be Terraclaw. Yes, Terraclaw is actually a decent range tank. I don't care what anyone else says about it. Every time I use Terraclaw, it does well. So yeah, Terraclaw is on this list. And this Loomian basically relies on Health Amulet. There's pretty much no other item you can run on Terraclaw. I guess you could also run Heavy Shield if you really want to, but the energy usage is kind of low, so Health Amulet's the most recommended item. And it is so good with Health Amulet. It has a decent health stat, so it gains a lot of health back. And its range defense is so high that it can actually regain health on that side, which makes Terraclaw one of the toughest Loomians in the game. I mean, Terraclaw is amazing with Health Amulet, and you're seeing this thing absolutely clutch out wins. This thing is always known for clutching out wins on my channel, and I could probably get a 10-minute compilation of Terraclaw clutching out wins. And it's because of Health Amulet. Health Amulet really keeps Terraclaw alive, and if you combine that with Parasitize, Terraclaw is extremely powerful, and it definitely deserves to be number 4 on this list. It does miss out the top 3, though, because there are 3 other Loomians which are better than Terraclaw, which are in those spots. Not to mention that Terraclaw pretty much has to use Health Amulet, and even then, if you have Terraclaw, you can't have any other Loomian on your team that could require it. So that's why Terraclaw is number 4 and not in the top 3. Number 3 onto the list is actually going to be Metronet. Metronet pretty much relies on Health Amulet because it runs Hypnotize, Peace of Mind. That's what you do with Metronet. You go for Hypnotize, you go for Peace of Mind, and Health Amulet is just there in case your Metronet gets hurt. And then if you don't run Hypnotize, Health Amulet is still the best play anyway, because even if you just get one Peace of Mind, that Metronet should be bulky enough to soak hits on both sides. And since Metronet only has 2 weaknesses, one of those being the worst offensive typing in the game, it's not going to get hit super effectively as much, which definitely helps. And if you keep Metronet's health really high, it simply can't die after a couple Peace of Minds, which is kind of insane to think about. It also has a pretty solid health stat, just like Terraclaw, so it's able to get a lot of health back from Health Amulet, which helps. Metronet may not be the bulkiest thing in the world, but after a Hypnotize and a few Peace of Minds, you can get so much health back. It was honestly between Metronet or Duskit, but I decided to go with Metronet because Duskit can run a lot of different items, and it doesn't really need Health Amulet. As for Metronet, really kind of needs Health Amulet to be really effective, and that's why Metronet is on the list, and it's an Uber. This Metronet set is an Uber, and it definitely deserves to be number 3 on the list. Number 2 onto the list is actually going to be Tyrex. Yep. Of course, Tyrex makes the list. There are a couple items you can run on this. You can run, like, Metallic Shell, you could run Heavy Shield, but I think Health Amulet is still the best item. One, it has a really high health stat, which helps a lot. And two, since Tyrex has no way to heal, it really needs to run Health Amulet in order to soak hits really well. It isn't the most effective Loomian in gaining health back, and it might not be the most reliable tank, but its defenses are so high. It can hit the Obsidian, Tundralin, and Venolin meta, which that's awesome. It can hit all those Loomians super effectively. And you can use Scapegoat. So you can just Scapegoat, get some health back, go for Sharpen, and then all of a sudden that Tyrex hits hard. It's an amazing defensive typing, an amazing offensive typing as well, while also having an ability that lowers the opposing Loomian's melee attack, which makes you one of the best melee tanks in the game, while also being able to soak hits on the range side. It is number 2 on the list because it pretty much needs Health Amulet in order to get health back, because otherwise, once Tyrex loses that health, it's gone forever, and that's why Tyrex is number 2 on this list. The best Health Amulet user in all of Loomian Legacy is Wobbles. Yes, I know Wobbles can run other items like Milkshake or Essences to do more damage, and it does have a healing move in Luster Loot, but Luster Loot is just not reliable enough. So running Health Amulet on Wobbles is the best way to go, and oh my goodness, Wobbles is one of the best tanks in the game. Like, I made a video about how awesome Wobbles is, but it's also one of the best Health Amulet Loomians just because of how bulky and how unique Wobbles is. It's a one-out-of-a-kind Loomian. It has a very good defensive typing of pure ice, and combine that with Bar Blast makes it a very good defensive core. Has Deep Freeze to hit water types, has Electro Punch to hit Stratosaur, Luster Loot to gain health back and hit spirit types. It also has Barbs and Driving Spores, which is awesome, and it has an ability that pretty much negates setup sweeping, which that is the reason why Wobbles is so good. Its bulk on both sides are pretty high, while also having a very high health stat, and that's why Wobbles is one of the best tanks in Loomian Legacy. For a Loomian that doesn't even have Rejuvenate, it's insane. For a Loomian that doesn't have Rejuvenate, it's one of the best tanks in the game. But it definitely needs Health Amulet in order to get HP back, and that's why Wobbles is the number 1 Health Amulet Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy. And here it is, Wobbles, the best Loomian that can fully utilize Health Amulet. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me talking about my top 5 Health Amulet Loomians. If there's a Loomian that I missed on the list, tell me in the comments below. That's the end of the video, and I will see y'all all later. Bye-bye!